I'm sure that many of you at some point in your training history have had to deal with injury and pain in some area of the body. Normally, the typical advice you get when you come across these sorts of situations is to stop training altogether and rest until the pain is completely gone. But that, in the real world, is not always possible. First of all, it can be extremely frustrating for those who are really into training, and especially if they're working towards a specific goal. They know that even a couple of months off training could be catastrophic in terms of their fitness, and that could mean slowing down their progress to an unbearable extent and seeing their goals slipping away to further down the line. Plus, for professional athletes, to stop training is not really an option unless it's a serious injury, because putting off games or competitions might significantly damage their career. So, what is the best thing to do? Is it okay to ignore pain and keep training? In today's video, I want to give you some advice regarding training through pain and what to do in case of injury. But before that, please bear in mind that I'm not a doctor, so if you have any doubt, please check with your doctor first and give priority to their advice over whatever you can hear from a YouTube video. By the way, I suggest you visit a specialized doctor that is an orthopedic traumatologist rather than a general practitioner, better if dealing with sports injury patients, because many times a GP's advice would be to rest, take anti-inflammatory drugs, and replace your favorite activity with something less crazy, like swimming or cycling. First thing, I'd like to distinguish between those who are either beginners or work out occasionally, and people who have years of training experience and work out quite intensely. If you belong to the first group, then you should not train through pain because you may not have enough body awareness to properly listen to your body's signals, so you might not tell the difference between pain that is due to simple overtraining or overexertion or a precursor to some more serious conditions. The more experience in training you have, the better you'll become at this. For those of you who have been working out for a while and are very serious with your goals, training through pain might be possible. If it's something new, however, that is, a kind of pain that you're experiencing for the first time or in a part of your body that has never hurt before, you should get it checked first to rule out anything serious. The best approach to work with pain is to find a way around it. For each move that you find painful, there is another that works the same muscles that is less painful. Or maybe you can do the same move but with a restricted range of motion. Or work with a slightly lower load that is pain-free or at least not as much painful. Try to play around with it, changing grip, rep range, load or exercise until you find something that you're quite comfortable with. Make sure you properly warm up by doing at least 10 minutes of mobility exercises for the affected joint and massaging the area, as well as dedicating part of your training session to strengthen weak muscles and tendons. Also consider using external supports such as wraps and bandages to compress the concerned area. This works especially around wrists, knees, elbows and ankles. Chronic injury or pain doesn't mean you're doomed and that you have to stop chasing your dreams. Take this as an opportunity to address muscular imbalances and work on your weak points. In my career, I've met and worked with many professional athletes and I can assure you that I don't know anyone that has never experienced some sort of sports injury. They have found a way around it and accept pain as part of their profession. If they had to stop and wait for the pain to be gone each time, they wouldn't be where they are now. Consistency is the key to success, so they can't afford to take breaks. And you don't have to stop either. To stop training altogether might actually be worse for you. When you stop training, muscle loss occurs, and muscle can be the only thing that keeps your injury from getting worse. If you have a tendon damage due to wear and tear, for example, you need to protect it by strengthening the muscle around it and avoid further damage. Same thing if you have a herniated disc. Having a weak back will only worsen the situation. Instead, you need a strong back to protect and support your spine. Also, conditioned bodies have the ability to recover faster than unconditioned ones. I've seen this so many times, two different individuals, exact same injury. The trained person takes only a couple of weeks to recover, whereas for the untrained person it can take months. So, if it's happening to you, my advice is take care of your injury, getting under control, do physiotherapy, apply ice, heat and cold therapy, bandages, stretching, or whatever method that works best for you. Adapt your workout plan to your situation, but don't stop training. Sooner or later, injuries from wear and tear occur. Degeneration of joints and tendons with age is inevitable. So, the best thing you can do is to have a body that is prepared.